welcome to A Cup of Grace. I want to thank you for being with us here today, and once again we have Dr. Craig Carroll as our guest. And Dr. Carroll, I want to thank you for being with us here today and sharing some things with us and answering some questions. I have something I've been wondering about, and in counseling one of your counselees, how do you determine how successful that person is going to be long term, not just while they're here in the program, but when they get back home? Is there any way that you can get a good feel for their level of success?
We can't see the heart. That's
right.
Not our within our capabilities. We can gauge by how much they grow in the ministry and how much you see them turning toward the Scripture, toward their prayer life, their sincerity in these areas, and also you can watch them interact with the other clients on campus. And usually you can tell if they're really getting in because they will start reaching out to the new guys coming in, and they will start helping them to conform to the program. And you'll see them trying to make them easy with what they're experiencing. And the firmer and the more you see of this in their interactions out here and in their group counseling sessions, how they reach out to guys that are stressing over issues in their life and stressing over the fact that they're here and they have to be here, and that's a fairly good measure of what they're doing. But like I said, we can't see the heart. We can just only administer the love and the grace and the Scriptures that God gives us to give them.
One of the most frequent questions that I'm asked when people discover that I'm affiliated with the Home of Grace is, what is your success rate out there? How would you answer that question?
Of the guys that make it through the program, I would say it's roughly in the neighborhood of 75% on the clients I've experienced. I think the Home of Grace number is something like 70% that they
But as we think about that, based upon what? Based upon 3 months after they graduate, 3 years after they graduate, 10 years? I mean, how do you establish a success rate like that? I mean,
well, and I don't know the Home of Grace's measure on this. All I can go by is my experience here for the 2 years that I've been here, and looking at clients that call me, clients of other counselors that we see coming back to the alumni meetings and to our alumni reunion is just it blows your mind to see the alumni that fills up the churches, whichever church we go to.
Right.
That they, I know the first time I was at a Home of Grace alumni reunion, I was amazed at the number of people in the church, and I thought to myself, wow, this is nice of all the people to come out and support us. And then Brother Josh said, will the alumni please come forward? And the entire church got up and went forward. So those that are really seeking, you see an amazing success rate. And it's like we said before, it's awesome the work that God does.
Yeah. It's awesome the work that you've done since you've been here, and once again I want to thank you for that. And I'm sure that the families back home would join in with me with telling you how much they appreciate that as well. This has been another segment of A Cup of Grace, brought to you today from Home of Grace in Van Cleve, Mississippi. We look forward to seeing you again next time.